This is Damon with FinWealth Builders, and today is May 25th on Tuesday, and Turnaround Tuesday. So let's go ahead and take a look at the market and see what's going on. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so you can get these continually updates from FinWealth Live. And just a disclaimer here, that this is, I'm not a financial advisor, that the information you're seeing here are my own opinions and my own trades. So please trade responsibly and trade your own trades. And good luck, and let's move on. So this is the trading calendar, or the earnings calendar for this week. So I've highlighted a few here that I'm just keep an eye on. The big one here really for tomorrow is Nvidia from me and Okta. And you may have others that you're paying attention to, but here's just to give you an overview of what's on the docket this week and possible opportunities. I'm also going to look at Workday as well. So we'll see what opportunities that may provide. As far as overall earnings, you can see that it remains at 78%. So the market continues to do well. We have more companies beating than missing earnings, and so that's positive for typically for the market. You can see that the Dow Jones was down 0.024%, the NASDAQ down 0.03%, and S&P 500 down 0.21%. On the heat map overall, you can see that overall it was slightly down. Pretty much flattish, pretty much what the market was. There, even the ones that were positive, some of these larger companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Facebook, just barely green today. So if you look at the trades, the biggest trades today, PIRS as far as increases, and BDL. The only one I looked at was PIRS today. And if you look at the daily chart, you can see it was on a downward trend, and then we have this huge spike up in volume and activity. Not a lot of movement. I'll show you what I was looking at when I was looking at this trade today. So I had the spike up, gave you a little bit of a warning as it consolidated for quite some time, pretty much coming up from these lows around just under $2 up to $3, and then bounced up. And so hopefully you took some of your profits along the way, but we didn't even make $4. I was hoping we are gonna make $4 today, at least get $1 on this. Typically on these small caps or even like close to penny stocks, if I get 50 cents, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I did not get any of the trade this morning as far as the beginning, because it doesn't usually typically pop on the scanner until it spikes up enough volume. But you can see good volume today, above average, and so that helped us with this trade here today. Hopefully you got a little bit of that. If you didn't, then hopefully you had better luck on some trades. So one of the trades that we had on the list as well prior, and you can see that it continues to be a good at least an intraday and day trader for us, is LEDs, LEDS. Looking at the daily chart, you can see that we've had more than usual volume. It continues to chop back and forth here. You can see this breakup candle high was 1344. And you can see that the stock continues just to kind of trade in the range of this breakup candle. And so you can see today had a good breakup day to build a trade. So hopefully you're able to get a piece of that. On the 5-minute, you can see didn't catch any of this today. Wasn't on my radar this morning. I think a few traders did get this run, so congratulations to you. I did get a little bit on the dip here when it came down and kind of settled down, late morning. Rode it for a couple hours. Took it back off because I wasn't quite sure where it was going to go. It looks like it did spike up at 1049. I didn't get that much of a trade on this today. And then you can see that it settled back down to 949. So definitely remains on my radar. This one and a few of the others that have been on the top list, LI and Futu and some others. Continue to monitor those for intraday or scalp trading opportunities. So as far as the US dollar, you can see that it's broke down below that support line, so below the 89.70 range. So that's good. It's good for the weakness on the dollar is good for the stock market. So that was good to see. We'll see if that can continue to remain and continue to break down there. There is some resistance here, so it's kind of just been sitting down here. So we'll see what it brings, but hopefully it doesn't find support here and bounce off too quickly without a little bit of warning. Otherwise, the market will turn around. On the VIX, you can see the VIX did come down and touch around 1660, pop back up. So this is making me a little nervous for the rest of this week, or at least tomorrow. See, we had a series of breakdown candles, and then this is tracing up, and you can see when we've had breakdown candles, we have breakup candles. So we just got a start of one here. It's just barely into that candle, and I'm wondering if that's going to break up tomorrow, and we'll see a little bit of the market come down slightly. So just kind of keep an eye on the VIX there, because it's kind of an early warning. SPY, you see the SPY. This is our lines here. We showed where it kind of broke out, showed where it was going to have a failure here and possibly come back down. It did actually touch that X right there, the line that I had set for since last week. And it did come down, and right now it's sitting about 418. We'll see if it comes down again. You got the 5, the 10, and the 20 down here. So it is extended away. It could come back down here and touch here. Don't know that I'm going to see it. We'll see it at 411 again. It's possible we have a gap down here to fill this week. I don't know if it's going to come down there, or if it could just bounce up, and we could just bounce off and start going to new highs. Doubt it, but it's possible to go either way. So watching that, here's the break line at 420.60 that I have on here. If we continue to break down below this support line tomorrow, we could possibly come down to the 5 here at 416. Could come as low as 414 at the 20. So just something to keep an eye on. Not quite sure which direction we go until we break this daily low here. So just keep an eye on the SPY tomorrow, and you'll hopefully give you an idea. Triple Qs. So you can see that we had this breakdown here. You see that that it kind of broke up. It tried to go through. It was going to look like it was going to possibly fill the gap in, and it did not. It reversed and came back out. So it did not fill that gap. There's why it didn't fill it is a good question, but to me, that's less of a bullish sign if it's not going to go fill that gap. So there's a little bit of weakness on the Qs that I'm seeing. Still in a bull trend though. So we'll see. It could pop up here and climb up. But I'm going to really watch it tomorrow and see, because I think we could back test here a little bit down on this line here. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Semiconductors, you see that it looked like it just popped right up here, and then it kind of settled back down for the day. So pretty much flattened out for the day overall. You see the volume was below norm. We do have a gap down here to fill as well. So just kind of watching this, but semiconductors, made it look pretty good today as far as the bulls and the continued movement. You see that it's far extended off the 5. So something to keep aware of. Sometimes with the semiconductors, it's a high-tech stock area for the NASDAQ. So when it climbs up there, it could possibly drag it up there. So we'll see. As far as the Russell 2000, you can see that it tried to make a run up here. It hit 224, almost 2224, and then it pulled back down for the day and closed down lower. It's not good for small caps, but we'll take a look and see what it brings tomorrow. We are almost at this support line here at around 219. So we could bounce off of this support line, or we could possibly break down and start going back down towards this 100. We did close below all the moving averages, the 5, the 10, the 20, and the 50. So that's more of a bearish momentum than a bull. So that could be a sign of a little bit of a pullback tomorrow at least. And so I'm just watching that. As far as the financials, you see it kind of rallied up tried up to 38.26 was the prior high here in the 10th of May. You can see that it's trying to reach up there, and then it failed at the support level here and broke back down, came back down and below the 5, and it's sitting right on the 10 right now. So we'll see if it breaks down to the 20 tomorrow at 37.03 or where it ends up tomorrow. But to me, this is another sign of weakness when we have them reaching up, hitting support or resistance, and then coming back down to support level. So just something to watch. Gold was good, had a great day, good bull run. We're at around 18 almost 1900 now. So great. That's kind of where we had the line in the sand up here. So we'll see if we break up to new highs. If we do, let's see. So I don't have anything marked out now, but you know, if you take the distance here and at least even just this bar here and move it up here, you know, now you're looking at 1920, 1930 possibly is if we continue to climb. We are extended off the 5 a little bit, so just keep that in mind. If we continue to extend higher, that could we could have a little bit of pullback to retest. But gold's looking great. Silver's looking great. You can see this breakdown candle here. It looks like it's climbing up there. You can see this candle climbed up about halfway. This has got about another quarter that it's trying to chase up. We'll see if it makes the top here and can break out this 28 range. Or if it's going to sit here this 28 range and take a while to consolidate here in this little channel right here. So overall though, silver is looking good. Bitcoin, you can see that to me it's just consolidating here. You know, between 39,000 and 34,000. So we'll see what happens if it can break through. You can see it's getting resistance. So it could possibly, if it has enough resistance here and doesn't break through next few days, it could possibly come back and retest 30,000 again. But it's got to break above there. You can see that's barely above the 5. So that's a good sign for a bullish momentum, but still not, I'm very cautious on this, especially if you look at the volumes. Volumes are very low here. So I'm curious on, you know, who's trading in here because there's low volume and you got consolidation going on. Ethereum volume was almost normal. You can see that we had a nice breakup candle here. Another little high here is trying to break up. It's over the 5. It's still under the 10, the 20, and the 50 though. So it's got ways to prove out and get itself above these other moving averages here. But you can see that it did find support here on the 100 and is building to maintain that today. So we'll see. It can continue to hold that and maintain that. If you look at Doge, you can see that it retraced back on this breakup candle, about probably about a quarter of it. So it's now below the main moving averages, the 5 to 10, the 20, and it's sitting right on that 50. So we'll see if it can remain support and have it bounce back off, or if we're going to see continued weakness and possibly retrace back down this breakup candle here. Tesla's one we watch every day. Always looking for opportunities through intraday for this. You can see that it's pretty flat for today. So not a lot of trades in here. I stayed away from Tesla today just because I didn't see a lot of price action with Tesla. Disney, you can see that it continues to show you know, good momentum, bullish momentum. It's got to get above this 100 though, but you can see that the 5 and the 10 are starting to slope up, which is good. It means it's trying to get up there. So we'll see. It did get resistance here, which is, you know, makes sense here at the 20 and the 100 that are right there next to each other. But we'll see if it can break through. So good momentum on Disney, Nvidia. This came out of you know, one of the traders that we have here, Mark, a couple of days ago. So you can see that even though it did break up into this other channel towards this high, but didn't have weakness at the end of the day and came down and touched support there at around 626. So we'll see if they can maintain that, or if it's going to end up breaking down and start going back into this channel here and retracing this breakup candle. But if it can hold here for a few days and get some strength, it could possibly break back up. But we'll see. If the market gets weak, it could possibly pull it back down a little bit. But overall, Nvidia looks good. It's above all the moving averages, but it is a little extended off the 5. AMC, man, it kicked in today. I didn't catch this morning, but it started to rally up. I was going to get into it towards the afternoon here when it hit 575, but then I was like, yeah, it's too late. But I'm going to keep an eye on this one. That's a good movement. So whoever got a hold of that one, congratulations, because that was a great move for the day. I mean, it did have a lot of consolidation during the middle of the day, in the morning, late morning, but you got the breakout, so that's great. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that one. You can see intraday. You know, you had a few entries here. Even if you missed the bottom one at 15, you could have caught it up to 16. And then when it pulled back down from almost 17, you could have wrote it back up after hours. So after hours, it soared. So I know some traders were said they were going to stay on it throughout after hours. And so congratulations, because it looks like it did well for you. Definitely going to keep an eye on this tomorrow, see what's going to happen, what the momentum is, see if it maintains there, because we did get a lot of volume coming in all of a sudden. So curious to see if they can, momentum starts to carry into AMC. I think GameStop was up as well. I wasn't watching it, but at GameStop, I'm assuming is probably up today as well. But that's the stocks. Those are the opportunities that I'm watching. And good luck trading out there. Play safe. This market is, could swing in either direction as it's close to those all-time highs. It looks like to me, as far as currently today, right now, it's pointing to the downside, possibly tomorrow or through the week, sometime this week, but could be wrong. Could climb up towards that new high, but we'll take a look and see what happens day by day. Watch the price action and continue to follow it. So be careful out there, safe trading, and have a good night. And again, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe so you can get trading ideas and an ideas that kind of at least where I see the market heading. And we'll talk to you later.